magic. Both were inspired by the loss of her mother, Patricia, to cancer 12 years ago. Jennifer's 3 children are featured on the book cover, and she's moving forward for them.
My magic for my kids really became not sort of sitting in my grief and realizing that I had a job to do. I had to make things magical that first Christmas, and I couldn't sort of sit in my pain because I had a little girl and a new husband, and I needed things to sort of be that way. And then it sort of just like went on, and our friends started liking it, and their friends started liking it. And so magic for me, I feel like, is an intention.
For sure.
It's a mindset. It's a thing that you try to do. You leave room for life to happen, because not every day is magical.
Right.
Not every moment is magical, but you try really hard.
You write that in the book.
You do.
You're like, it's not all like this.
No, because I felt like people were going to be like, okay, with the wand, 24/7 is magical. And I was like, no, it's not. But I try really hard.
Of course.
And most of the time we pull it off.
You mentioned that was helpful during COVID as well, during the pandemic, right? You're locked down, you can't leave your house, so why not bring some magic there, right?
Yeah, it was extraordinary. I mean, really, I have to be very careful what I say to the universe, because 2 days before we moved into that house, which was March 17th, 2020, literally before when the world fell apart, I stood in that house alone, and I said, I want to spend much more time with my children. I want us to be able to create magical memories. I want to not have to go to work all the time, and I just want us to be. And then if there's another little magical spirit for us somewhere, I want to have this third baby.
And then all of those things happened.
All of them.
Really?
So now I'm like, I want $50 million.
Yeah, what are you asking for next, Jennifer?
A Ford Bronco and
dreams are coming true.
My old butt. Right? It's not happening as fast. It's fine. Come on, universe.
What you whip for.
I know, I'm waiting.
You share intimate stories about your mother's influence on your life. What's the most magical lesson that she taught you?
Life doesn't have to be ordinary. There's so many parts that we talk about this a lot with our kids in our home, that our house needs to feel magical, supportive, loving, and over-the-top kind.
How would you say being a mom has, changed your perspective on creating magic every day?
I mean, to me, being a mom is literally the greatest thing I've ever done in my life. When I was 12, my birthday wish on my 12th birthday was to become a mom and have kids. So it's always been my thing. It's always been what I've wanted. Yes. And it's better than I ever expected. I got the greatest kids ever. And I think, being magical with them, and that, like, they really believe that our house is different.
Really?
I would get like cheap sequin tablecloths on Amazon,
and just see it
and we
sparkle.
would put them in their room, and it would make like
I love it.
disco lights in their room.
Speaking of holidays, though, what would you say are some of your favorite traditions or celebrations that you guys have created as a family?
The big one that we always look forward to is our tree. So I'm crazy because I'm the holiday junkie. I have like 19 trees in my house.
You have a few, right?
I have a lot. I have too many, but I love them.
Mariah.
Yes, I love them. Oh, Mariah, God bless you. So I love them, but we always do one big family tree, and that's our real tree. That's where all the ornaments go that like mean something to us. And so every year we do that, and Brian does the lights because they're very difficult, and he's really particular about it. And we sort of like cheerlead and support like
from
big
afar.
Elf energy from the sidelines. We're
Big
like, go
elf
daddy,
energy.
go. We get excited and play music. And then we all come together, do the ornaments, and then we'd have a big toast. And Brian makes his famous Christmas cocktail, which is in the book.
It's in the book.
And the kids have Martinelli's, and we stand back and enjoy like whatever our family tree is. So that's my favorite.
All right, coming back to this book, if readers could take away one message or a practice for inheriting magic, what would that be?
Set the intention that you want your life to be more magical, and do it.
Yeah.
And don't do it every day, right away, because it doesn't happen like that.
You say plan.
But try, planning is a big part of everything. I mean, I'm OCD and kind of crazy, but it helps me.
Helps.
But I do think, like, just set the intention that Thursday shouldn't always feel like Thursday. I mean, my mom did that for me as a kid. We talk about that. She would just pull me out of school, and she'd be like, we're gonna go do something magical today. And we did, and we would like come up with something, and sometimes it was planned, sometimes it wasn't. She would put Christmas lights in my room if I had a bad day, just to say, why not sparkle and to feel like it's gonna be okay. So those kinds of things, I hope people will just take away feeling a little bit inspired to maybe make it a bit more magical.
The hummingbird, I know, is a beautiful metaphor in this book. Can you share the significance and how it connects you to your mom?
Yeah, so one day randomly, it wasn't even when she was sick, it was just sort of like in my life, I think in my mid-20s. It's because I was doing Ghost Whisperer. I said, if you ever pass, well, how will I know it's you?
Yeah.
You know, are you gonna like move furniture, do creepy things like we do on the show, or what are you gonna do? And she was like, I think I'd be a hummingbird, because she was very like me, all over the place, busy, energetic, you know, always buzzing around or whatever. And then when my husband and I got together, he said to me, like on our second or third date, he was like, you're a hummingbird. And I was like,
And he didn't even know the connection.
no. And I was like, oh my God, I am a hummingbird. I've inherited the hummingbird.
Yeah.
And then when she passed, I would see them all the time. And so because I started having kids and she was not gonna get to meet them, I wanted them to have something tangible to feel like Mimi was around. And so we told them that she was the hummingbird, and now they come home from school constantly and they're like, Mimi was with me on the playground today, or I saw her at this play date, or, you know, it's cute. And so it gives them something, and yeah, she's our hummingbird.
Knowing that the hummingbird is kind of how you and your family keep her memory alive, I actually got you a little gift.
Stop.
I wanted to bring the Magic Maker a little magic for the holidays. I'm sorry it's not wrapped, by the way, but
my
take a look.
goodness.
That's for you and your kids.
My goodness.
So that hopefully
Oh my gosh.
you guys can maybe put them on your Christmas tree or around the
will.
house. A little hummingbird kit.
We will. Thank you so much.
Happy holidays
That's
to you and your-
happy
to you
holidays.
and
Thank you
yours.
so much.